What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below or above, we're going to talk about how to escape the friend zone and actually get a guy to like you, okay? So before we get into this, if you can, please subscribe. Just click the red button below if you want more videos like this in detail with a black or a whiteboard. Also, if you want, click the bell right next to it to get the notification immediately so you can get all this great knowledge up in your brain, okay? And also, if you want services with me or my guides, they're down in the description, okay? So here's the thing. If you read my books, right, my value guide, which I highly recommend, or even my free book, Manology, I go over the stages or the things, the categories that guys put you in, okay? It's usually 3 of them. It's girlfriend material, friends with benefits, or friend zone, okay? And a lot of the time, when you're in the friend zone category, let me stay up a little bit over here, it's communication, right? So you have communication, you have great communication with that guy, right? So, now I know you can't really see me, but hopefully you can see this. That means you have great rapport. The guy tells you things he doesn't tell other women. You guys hang out a lot, you have fun, all that kind of stuff. However, so you have that, so great. However, you don't have sexual attraction, okay, or sexual tension. And let me talk about the trap that a lot of women actually get themselves into. From my experience, I see a lot of women who are conservative women. I don't mean that in a political view, just more traditional or shy, maybe, conservative values, maybe women who don't stand up for what they want, or insecure women who are afraid to say what they want to say because a guy might leave. Like, I know a lot of women who think, well, I'd rather be his friend, and have him in my life than have him, or not have him at all. I also know a lot of women who are afraid of saying anything to the guy about how how they feel or what they actually want, because they feel like once they do, the guy's going to pull away. I'm sure a lot of you could relate to that. But here's the trap a lot of women get themselves into. Again, it's usually women. I'm just going to call them conservative women. It's usually women who I just described, right? It could be insecurity. It could be she's afraid to, no backbone. She's afraid to say what she wants because she's going to lose the guy, so on and so forth. But here's the trap I see a lot of women get themselves into. They focus a lot on this, right? A lot of conservative women focus on this, maybe because this isn't really who they are or how they are. A lot of them focus on this, and they think they're getting somewhere with the guy, right? They think, well, he tells me things he doesn't tell other women. We hang out all the time. We have really fun together and things like that. And they might think they're getting somewhere with that, like right here, right? They think they're actually getting somewhere with that. The truth is, though, it's actually their Achilles heel. It's actually what's killing them. Because while they think this is working, they don't realize it's actually getting them deeper in the friend zone when they need to start focusing on sexual tension. But this isn't really how they are, okay? So once a guy puts them in this category, they keep on going back to this because they think it's working. Well, we hang out 5 times a week. We hang out 4 times a week. We always text, But they're wondering why. This keeps it very stagnant, okay? They're wondering, well, why isn't it escalating? It should be like this. It should be going like that, but it's not. It's more like this and then kind of drifting off. And they're wondering why that's happening. And it's because they're lacking this. If you actually have this and this together, then you're girlfriend material, okay? That's the problem. A lot of women who are stuck in the friend zone are in there because of all the things I mentioned earlier, but then they focus so much on the chemistry, communication, rapport, and not the sexual tension. For a guy to like you, you have to have both of these, okay? You have to have both of them. And a lot of women, when they're in the friends with benefits category, it's for several reasons. One, they might like this, and they focus on that a lot. Number 2, they don't stand up for what they actually want, okay? Let me tell you something. I'm never in the friend zone with a woman. Never. And the reason is because let's say I focus a lot on this. Let's say I focus on this and I'm having a lot of fun and stuff. And let's say I think I have that. Let's say I'm having a lot of fun with this girl. We're hanging out, we're talking. I'm building that sexual tension, which if you want to know how to do it, I always tell women, being your feminine, have a little sexual undertone, depending on how you dress, look deep into his eyes, smile, laugh at what he has to say, touch him, close the distance. It's not so much about what you do. This is very important, ladies. You need to write this down. It's not so much about what you do as much as it is creating the vibe. If you can create it's so much easier to create the tension if you stop thinking, what can I do to get this guy sexually attracted to me, or what can I do to get this guy physically attracted to me? Stop focusing on that and focus on the atmosphere, the vibe, the frame. You can control everything in a frame, such as the conversation, the lighting. The lighting changes the frame. The atmosphere, like where you're at, changes the frame. The conversation you're having. And if you're just having a goofy, let's talk about school, or let's talk about work, or let's talk about our friends kind of conversation, it's not going to get anywhere. But if you start having deeper conversations, or more sexual conversations, or would you rather, just more, not rapport, but just more depth questions, you might get somewhere with the guy. So listen, I'm going to repeat it again because it's so important. It's more important focusing on the frame and the atmosphere or vibe than it is actually, what can I do to make him sexually attracted to me, number one. And number two, you can control all those things within it, okay? So let's just say, going back to what I was saying, let's just say I thought I had that and I realized I don't. And then a woman tells me, I just like you as just a friend. Well, that's fine, hon, but guess what? I don't like you as a friend. I like you as something more, and I'm not just going to settle to be your friend. So I know this is probably what you want to hear, but I'm not looking to be your friend. So if you want more, let me know. And you need to tell a guy straight up how you feel. And there's several reasons you need to do that. Hopefully, let's see if I can make room here. There's several reasons you need to do that. One is respect, right? I think it's sexy when I go after a girl, or let's say a girl goes after me and I say, no, I just want to be friends. And she's like, well, I don't want to be your friend. And then she backs off, right? As if I didn't get, as if I was nothing, right? Like, oh, well, see you later. I'm going to go talk to these other guys because I don't want you as a friend, boy. I want to be your girlfriend, okay? And then she goes off and does her thing. It works on me still, and I know the trick, okay? That's number one. Number two is the woman has a backbone, very sexy, which equals to confidence. Yes, confidence. That equals to confidence. So if a woman has this and she's trying to create that, and let's say the guy says, no, I just want to be your friend. Well, if you say, I don't want to be your friend, you're going to have respect, you're going to have a backbone, you're going to build confidence, which again is all very important. And then three, he's going to be able to, if you actually leave, right, sorry about my handwriting, it's really hard to write like this. If you actually leave, he will be able to contrast his life with you and without you. And like I said, if you do a good job with this, let's say you focus a little bit on that before you actually make the move where he says, no, I don't want anything else. So let's say you got a lot of this, a little bit of that, okay? Let's just say you have that. And then he says, no, I'm sorry, I don't want anything more. Then you actually pull away. Again, you have to have the backbone, hun, to pull away. You have to be able to say, no, I want more. I'm sorry. It just eats me up alive. I like you a lot. You're a great guy. I see more here. I'm just not going to settle. I'm sorry. You tell him that straight up, then guess what? Okay? Then he's going to respect you. You're going to have a little more confidence. He's going to be like, oh shit, this woman isn't playing around. Again, you actually have to leave 100%. 100%, okay? If you don't, this one doesn't matter. You have to leave 100%. And then, let's say you do those two things right up here, he's going to be able to contrast his life with and without you, okay? If you do not leave 100%, you kind of have that like you're lingering, right? And hey, nothing that lingers is a good thing. A fart lingers, okay? Are you a fart? You're not a fart. A fart lingers. You don't want to be a fart. You need to rip yourself out and say, dude, I'm serious. Like, this is what I really want, okay? Like, I really want more. And again, if you're afraid of losing him as a friend, number one, he should be able to understand. Number two, you need to back out until you're actually ready to be more or until you actually find someone else and you can be friends with this guy again on a from a healthy manner standpoint, okay? But if you actually rip yourself out, he's able to contrast how his life is with and without you. And again, for the third time, if you do those two things correct, he's like, damn, I remember, like, who am I going to talk to, or who am I going to text all the time? It's just like when you get out of a relationship also, you say you spend all this time with the guy and then he breaks up with you. Well, one of the problems is, I don't have the guy, but the other problem is, I have all this. I spent all this time. I spent 5 hours, 6 hours a day with this guy. How am I going to free up my time? Or how, I have all this free time now. What do I do with it? And what a lot of people do with it? They end up spending that time thinking about that person. So if you could actually pull yourself out and you do those things correctly, then he's thinking, damn, I liked talking to her a lot. She was fun to talk to. We had a lot of inside jokes. Actually, now that I think about it, she is pretty cute. I don't know why. And you get what I'm saying? Like, he's starting to think about these things. And he's contrasting what his life was with you, which was fun, and then how boring his life is without you. And if you do those things correctly, girl, then you might just be his girlfriend, okay? Listen, that's the only... People are going to give you all this other bullshit advice out there, but here's the thing, hon. You have to take this chance. You have to take this risk. This is the entrepreneur of dating, okay? Sometimes to be an entrepreneur, you have to take a big risk that other people aren't willing to take, and that's why you get the more money, the better outcomes, the better lifestyle, and things like that. It might come with a headache, and it might come with a heartbreak sometimes when you risk your money or everything for a job or a business and it doesn't work out. But if it does, it was totally well worth it. That's just who you are as a person, okay? It's worth that risk. That's just who you are. You can't think any other way. This is the same way. Your ultimate goal is not a business, but it's to become the best version of yourself and to live the best quality life, right? The quality of your life is based off your standards, okay? And the quality of your relationships. And if you're wanting a relationship with this guy, but he's just wanting to be your friend, that's not fair to you, I would say. That's not fair to him either. You would say, well, this guy doesn't like me. I can't help that. That's fine. But it's not fair to you. I'm telling you, I've been there. It eats you up alive. It eats you up alive. I know how it is. There's nothing worse than wanting someone and then not wanting you back, or not knowing how they actually feel. And then, him sitting around or her sitting around talking about other guys or girls in front of you. Eats you when you're just like, dude, I could treat you so much better. Or girl, I could treat you so much. It sucks. And it's not fair to you. You need to keep going like this, okay? And if you're like, oh no, this guy wants to be friends, so I'm just gonna stay friends with him, then hey, no, you're right here. That's not how it works. That's not fair to you. Sometimes to get what you want out of life, you have to take risk, and you have to realize, you calculate a risk. Is it worth it? Kind of thing. Okay. So with that being said, ladies, there you go. This is the way to do it. You have to have communication and sexual tension. And if he's not giving you what you want, again, this is the trap a lot of people fall into. They keep focusing on this because they think it's working, when in fact they need to be focusing on that. And then if he puts you in the friends with benefits category, there you go. You need to say, nah, dude, I'm not about that shit. Like, that's not who I am. That's not what I want. So, that being said, ladies, I love you. Take care and peace.